Brothers with Amit. Today we are going to learn how to create an Excel file with date time on each package execution. So this is important when we create the files from some SQL Server table or any other source. On each of the execution we want to create a new file. There would be multiple reasons. There would be a possibility the data has changed on different times, and whenever we want to create this file we want to create with the date time. And one thing with the creating a file with date time, so you can see what exactly time this file was created, and you can see from that from the file properties itself, but it is recommended most of the time when you have different files you create on different times, you want to just take a look on the file name and make sure this file was created. One more thing in Excel, when you want to create with the date time, it means that if you would not have a new file created, it will be appending the data to the same file if you will have the same name over and over. So let's go and take a look how this package works. Create new SSIS package, call the package create Excel file with date time. Now we are going to read the data from this table. I'm going to rush through the things because if I will take I did make this video, it took like 30 minutes to make it, and I didn't want to upload it because that was too long, and that was the one reason I'm remaking this one. So I took the data flow task here to read the data from SQL Server. I need the OLEDB source. I'm bringing it here and then making a connection. I already have a connection here. If you do not have it, you can provide the SQL Server name and database name from where you want to extract the data, and it will create a connection for you. So I'm using that one, and then I'm using SQL command here. So to view the data, we have the data columns are coming correct. The next part is create an Excel file or write to the Excel destination. So I'm gonna bring the Excel destination here. Let's connect out to our source. Open it. Now we have to create a new file where we want to write the data. So select the Excel version. In my case it is Microsoft Excel 2007, and if I browse it now, let me go back here in this folder, desktop, output folder, and I want to select all of them. Let me delete actually this was the old I was telling you I was creating it, and it took more time what I was thinking for to complete this video. So I deleted those old files here. What I'm doing here, I'm going to give this name customer.xlsx. If I would not give a extension here, this might create the file with the XLS. So that's why I'm giving the extension here. So let me do it real quick. See, it got selected that 2003 version, and actually my version of Excel, what I have selected before, it was 2007. So that's why I want to go back here. I want to correct this one .xlsx. So when I provide the complete extension, now it will not change to the old one. It will keep the whatever I have selected. Hit OK. Now the next part is tabular view. That's going to be same. Now here we have to have create Excel sheet where we want to write the data. So we can provide any name what we like here. I'm going to provide the name customer. And see, it read some data from the source and it is trying to create this customer file, but this is also not correct information. If you see here, it's saying, oh, create table with varchar 100 and varchar 100 for last name, first name, and all that. You will see the difference right now when I will show you. Hit OK. Now in the sheets, you will be selecting the sheet with the $sign. That's your sheet. Next, click on the mapping. Now what we have here, I have F name on the source, and here I have F name from the destination that I created the table customer. So here I see that it is DTWSTR 255. Even when it gives us the option to create our Excel sheet, we have seen varchar 100, but that's not true. So Excel is taking those columns as n varchar 255. So if we will map it now and hit OK, it is showing us an error. So we have to make some data conversion here. for our column names, because we see the column names coming from the source are worker, and in the destination they are n worker. So we have to have some transformation here. We are going to use derived. Let's do data conversion transformation here. You can use derived column, but in derived column you have to write, so I want to avoid that time consumption. If I have to write multiple logics, I will use the derived column transformation. So hit data conversion, select all those columns which you need to convert, and then convert to DTWSTR. You can change to the data length what you like here. I have 100, 110. I can change to 255 according to destination. That will work fine for me, but right now I'm good just leaving this one as it is. Here in the names you can change, so data conversion underscore the name of the table, or you can leave as it is with copy, but I will recommend changing to the reasonable name. Hit OK. Now we have to go back and remap it. Here I see that first name is still mapped to the first name. It should be mapped to the DC first name. So when I hit D on the keyboard, it gave me the option, so I selected that one. Now here in the last name, I know that it should be copy of last name, so if I hit C, it is gonna give me that. So that's how I will keep hitting C, and this will give me the option, and I can select from them. Let's do that. Now the columns are mapped correctly. Hit OK. Now everything looking good. Select all with Control A, go to the format and auto layout diagram. So this is going to format your transformations or sources or destinations or components, whatever you call. Here we have a source, destination, and transformation. So next part, what we want to do, I want to show you here. We have created customer.xlsx file. If I will run my package, every time it is going to write the data to this file, and actually it will append the data as I told you in the starting. So I'm going to make a copy of this one just for one reason. I will show you why. And now let's run our SSIS package and see what happened. The package ran successfully. It wrote 9 files to the destination. Let's go here and see the customer XLSX. So we have 9 files, 9 records in this file. Let's go back, rerun the package again, and it is not going to create a new file for us automatically. We have to do some further development in this package to take care of that part. So right now it is just appending the data to the same Excel file. So if you see here, so next time if you see, it didn't put the column names again, so it is going to only append the data if the file is already existing there. So now we know that this package is not going to create us the file with the date time, so we have to delete this one, and we will create by ourselves. Let's create a new folder and we call it template folder. Now once we have the template folder, this file what I made a copy, this is blank file that was created at very start of the package when we did the mapping, and after mapping we didn't run the package, and this file was there with the just the metadata information such as column names and all that. So I made a copy of that one. So let me rename this one here. So this file is empty file. What I want to do, every time my package run, I want to take this file, copy to the output folder, and let me delete this one. I don't need this anymore. So I want to copy to the destination folder from the template folder, but when I will be copying, I will be adding the date time to it. So that's how we are going to work. Let's go to the package. Now we go to control flow. As we have to copy the file, we will be using a file system task. Inside the file system task, what we have here, we have source variable path and destination variable path. We need to build that part. So let's go and create a couple of variables. In the variable, first variable, I will call it source file path. This is going to be string, and the path will be template folder, and then we will provide the file name. Why I'm creating the variable here? Because on different servers you will have different paths from where this file will be read. So maybe in production you will have different path. You will not have C drive there or D drive or E drive. So what you have to do, you have the option to pass the value to this variable by using the configuration. Now let's create a new variable called destination folder. This will be create just holding the destination folder path. So we are going to go to the output folder. This is our destination folder, or we can create here, let's create a new folder called destination folder, so we don't mix with the others. So let's have destination folder here, make a copy, go to the package, paste it here, put the backslash here because we will be using this one in expressions, and we have to write the file name and date to it. So let's create another variable, and we are going to call this one destination file path. This is going to be combination of destination folder path and file name as well as date time added to it. So hit F4, or you can click here in front of it and go to expressions. Hit F4 will take you to the expressions. Evaluate as expression to true, set this one to true. Now go to expressions and write your expression. So I'm going to use the destination folder. See, I have a mistake here in the variable name, FOLER folder. I can go back and fix it. When you try to do multiple things and quickly, it happens sometime. So hit F4 again, go to properties, and you have destination folder here. Now what we have to do, we have to add the file name to it. So I can give any new name. Maybe I want to give my regional customer, because the same template can be used maybe for multiple packages. So you will copy the same template, you want to give to different names, you can give it. So I gave the regional customer, and then what I want to add, I want to add underscore here. Next part is I want to add the date time to it. I can use the get date function that is available in the date time functions here. So we can use the get date, we can drag it here, or you can write by yourself. If I will try to evaluate now, what is going to happen, it is going to give me error because the data type of get date, what it is returning, doesn't match with the string. So I have to convert that to string. So I'm going to use dt underscore wstr, and then I have to give the data length. So I'm going to give 30. So let's see, it will bring. So it have date and time added to it from the get date. So this is called these DTWSTR and all that, they are in the typecast. So you can change or convert to the output of your functions, maybe just maybe a hard code value to any data type you want. So you have different options here that you can use. I used DTWSTR because I wanted to convert the output of get date to this string, so I use this one. Now I do not need these milliseconds and seconds. I just want to see the date, and I want to have till the minute level. So let me just use the substring function. The substring function is also available here. If you will take a look, you have string functions, and that's from where I took it. I wrote it by myself here. You can drag if you want. So now you are using let's say we use 15. Let's see how much it will give us. Yeah, so I need to use 16 because I want one more character here. The next part is if you see here, we have these colons here. The colons are not really good idea to have in the file name. So I'm going to replace that one with the, I have colons here, and I'm going to replace that one maybe with the underscore. Okay, let's replace this one. I hope I put the things correctly. 1 second, I made a mistake here. So I'm replacing the colons with the underscore. So it is now it is replaced correctly. So you first of all you have to provide the colons in double quotes, and then you have comma, then you have the string or character that you want to replace with. So I want to replace with the underscore that I provided. Then we have hyphens. The same thing I can do for hyphens. So I can use replace, and then I can comma here and put double quotes, and I have to put hyphen and then comma. Then I want to provide what I want to replace with. So I want to replace with underscore here. So I will put underscore double quotes. That's it. I will have this expression in the description as well, so you can copy from there. And I have this at so many places in my blog and in different videos. You can copy from anywhere. So we have the date time, then we have we have date added to it, and we have time added to it. I do not want to go to the seconds level. Why? Because I might create a file or copy the file, and when the Excel connection manager will get there, the time will be different. So that's one reason I don't want to do this. So I want to have just the date and time. So here there are multiple ways. If you want to create with the date, time, and second and millisecond level, you can, but then you have to set the value of that variable at the very starting of the package, so it will stay the same all the way. But we are using expression on the connection manager, and we are using on the variable. So if we will use the millisecond, it might be changed when we go to the next level. So that's one reason I want to just have this one. Let's add .xlsx, that's the extension. Now we are all good. Hit OK. And now what we need to do here, we have to configure our file system task source file path. Here what we will be doing we will be using destination path. Here it will be destination file path, that's complete path, and if the file is there, we want to overwrite it. Hopefully it will not be, because we will not be running the same package in the same minute. So hit OK. The next part, as a connection manager for Excel is pointing to the customer file, we have to point this one to the newly file that is with the date time. So we will go here in the expressions, and we are going to hit properties, go to Excel file path, and here in expressions we will use in the file destination file path. Hit OK. Now our Excel file path will be coming from the destination file path variable. Hit OK. Now one thing, if you see here, the red cross came right away because it was trying to validate, and this file is not there. So we have to set this delay validation to true, because we do not want to validate this connection manager at the start of the package. Once the expression will be available, and it will come to the data flow task, it will have that file, so it can be validated successfully. So we have to go to data flow task as well and set the property delay validation to true. So we are all good now. Let's run our package and see what happened. So in the destination folder, we do not have any file as of now. If I run my package, it should create a new file with the date, time, and then write data to it. So we see that the package completed successfully. Stop the package, go to the folder, and we can see here the file is generated with the date, time, and you see the records are there. So let's wait for maybe another it is 12:33, and I want to wait for another couple of seconds. So we will get to the 12:34, and we run the package again. One more thing, with the dealing with Excel, it is time consuming. Sometime you have to take care of the data types, and I showed you some of the errors. So when you go and take a look on your Excel, always make sure you have the correct data types. Here Excel has a lot of issues with the dealing with the nulls, alphanumerics, and all that. I have other videos that can show you how to tackle or how to take care of those kind of issues. So now the time is 12:34. Let's run the package one more time and see if a new file is created with the date time. So the package completed successfully, and we have a new file that's called the date, and 12:34 is the time. Run it, open it, and you will see a new file created. So that's how you will be creating an Excel file with date, time to it. Thanks very much for watching this video, and I'm really sorry I didn't mean to make this video long, but I want to take care of every step or the problems what we face while we will create this package. and as I told you in the first, it took me 35 minutes or something. I thought it will this time it will be quick. I'm hoping it will be. I'm going to take a look on the time and see. Thanks. Provide your feedback, and if you are looking forward to make us more videos on some topic, write in the comments. I appreciate your time for watching this video.